Good morning. I know I've been a little missing for a little bit of time, but I'm back and it's been a little crazy. So, happy Monday. That's when this is being filmed. It's probably not when you're watching it, but that's fine. Why don't you drop in the comments what day you watched it and how your Monday went? That would be kind of cool. So, we're in June and we're almost done with June, which seems absolutely crazy to me. I'm pretty sure yesterday was January, and tomorrow it'll probably be Thanksgiving. So this year is kind of flying by, which isn't a bad thing. But anyway, I thought I'd take you along, kind of day in the life sort of thing. Today we have obviously farming to do. All of my plants out there are huge, and so now it's time to start picking things and that sort of thing. Anyway, harvest time for some of the things, not for everything. But I've repotted some things. I've gotten a lot done since I've been gone, and now I'm back. Today, hello, Captain. Hold on one second, please. Say hello to Cap. This is Captain America. When he's in trouble, we call him Steve Rogers. Can you say hi to YouTube, Cap? Oh, very well done. Look right here. Nothing. Okay, jump down. Yep. He didn't want up here. Sorry, I just banged around the microphone. Anyway, there's a Spider-Man in the swing. We got 3 cats since I've been gone. Anyway, so I don't need to water anything. The joys of this particular summer is it is storming every afternoon or evening. So we're not having to water near as much. But I do have to go out and, pull weeds and those sorts of things. So I thought I'd take you along on my day. Now, just in case you're wondering, lupus is terrible with heat and with sun. Oh, that's Hawkeye. Hi, Hawkeye. Bye, Hawkeye. Anyway, I thought it was just the sun. Didn't do great enough research. We've now since learned that the heat can turn on symptoms just like the sun can. So I am being very diligent to not stay out in the heat. So before I talk any longer, because we're already 2.5 minutes into this thing, I'm going to go ahead, head out there, and show you what we've got. But I'm putting down my water first. So I'm going to actually remove this. Whoa! And do it like this. Woo! All of my basil here, I took off of one plant. Oh, there's another one. I didn't realize I had so many. Sorry. These are 4 o'clocks that a friend from church gave me. They bloom at, in the evening. That's the spider plant that my mom just gave me. And I have to repot some of it because there's a baby on it already. There's a cat wrapping itself around my feet. Now, some of you who are in the know may know what this is called. I do not remember. But this gorgeous variegated thing here was my grandmother's plant. These are cuttings from the plant that she had all those years ago. That is Wandering Jew. At least that's what I'm told it's called. Do I know that for sure? Nope. I trust my mom, and she said it's Wandering Jew, so I just sort of assume that she's right. Now, I have another pot of that, in case you're wondering. I'm going to run inside and get my basket, and then we'll head down and see what we can pull. The strawberry bed. I have netting on the bed because bugs like to eat strawberries. And it's not saving them all, but it's saving a good many of them. So I'll take it. Now these strawberries, I bought 6 strawberry plants this year, and the bed is almost full. I don't know if you can see it, but I started with 6 plants, and now I have, a bunch. Let's just say I have a bunch of strawberries. A bunch of plants, I mean. Looks like we have a day or 2 before most of these are ready. But I still have to pull weeds and, try to keep it as clean as I can, which isn't always as possible as you want it to be, if you know what I mean. And then of course I forgot my apron, so I'm wiping it on my shorts. But that's okay. I'll be going out to sweat anyway when I pick up the Azure order. Well, that's a runner that looks gorgeous. Okay. Now then. Hey, get out of my... This cat, no wonder. Cat in my pepper bed. No wonder the peppers are dying. He's trying to go potty in my beds. Stinking cat. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get a whole lot of berries today, but I am going to get some. And so that's okay. Woo! Y'all, it's already warm out here, which is crazy to me. Whoops, I dropped one. Okay. All right. Then we cover up the bed after pulling a couple weeds. It gets to a point for me where it's hard to tell what is weed and what is strawberry plant, because some of the runners are so tiny that it's kind of hard to tell. But I do my best. And then we cover it all up. There. Strawberry's done. Oh, let's go check out the peppers. You know, where the cat was. Oi, crazy cat. Got my little basket. The basket makes me happy. My husband thinks it's hilarious. Okay, so we have 16 feet of bed here. And about 3 feet of it is dill. So the rest is pepper. You do the math. It's a lot of peppers. Okay. Oh, that's fun. There's a red wasp. Oh, well, that was not what I meant to happen. Okay. That was weird. Those peppers are looking really good. They're not quite ready, but they're looking really good. All of this that's huge, that's all jalapeno pepper. And I come out and pick almost every day. So some days there aren't many. Some days there are a ton. But I've been picking jalapenos now for several weeks. So the jalapenos are doing great. It's everything else that's being super slow. And that's okay. Sometimes, you know, you got to be super slow. I got bell peppers coming up here. Now I got to go around to the other side. Whew, those jalapenos smell good. Actually, they smell strong. Which I suppose is a good thing for a jalapeno, right? You want it to smell strong, I guess. Whew. These little tiny ones are so cute on here. Makes me happy. We've had some issues with sorry, had to kill a bug. With mushroom spores, mushrooms popping up around the plants. And you may not know this, but I'm quite allergic to them. So we try to keep those at bay. You know, you really can't help where they pop up, I guess, but I don't see any right now, so I guess we're good. Why are y'all meowing so loud? My goodness. Spidey. They like to argue. You hear this? Go smack those cats around, Athena. Athena doesn't realize she might be seen on camera, or she wouldn't be anywhere over here. Oh, sister! I did not mean to throw weeds on you. I did not know you were back there. Make a noise, ma'am. Okay, I see no fungus, so I think we're good there. Checking for worms. We've had a lot of tomato hookworms on the dill for some reason, so I just keep checking to make sure that's not there. And then, you know, pull weeds. Lots of weeds, glorious weeds. The one cat was sitting on the other cat, and that's why there was so much whining. In case you were wondering, now you know. And they say knowing is half the battle. So there you go. You've now officially defeated half the battle. Anyway, lots of weeds today. It's because I haven't been out here in a few days. On Saturday, I went with my company out to one of these, what do you call it? Oh, you can't even see me. Ha, sorry. I went out to one of these, no bug. Sorry, bug on plant must go. Oh dear. That was a grasshopper on my plant. I don't want you on there either, buddy. Anyway, trying to get this bug off this plant and it's not working so well. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. I apologize. The bug got to me. Oh, y'all know how that happens, right? Anyway, okay. Now we got to go all the way down. I'm going to have to change how I'm holding this phone. But we're going to go now. We're going to the blueberries. One set of bushes is pretty well done, but we're going to just check them, see if there's a few left. Anyway, it's going to be difficult for me to carry this and you be able to see me, so I will restart the video when I get to blueberries. Okay, these 3 bushes, the birds got to mostly, but we still have a few left, and so I don't want to waste them, you know. We put bird netting on the one that still had stuff on it. Whew. But there aren't many left on here at all. We got a few though. And you know I don't want them to go to waste. The net keeps falling off of them, which is definitely not part of the plan. But really I only got 2 blueberries off this particular bush. So, whew. That's okay. I've got 3 more bushes. And I know when my husband came out last, he had the bottom of this basket completely full. So, I'm not sure how many, but it was a bunch. So let's go check the other one, shall we? Okay, then we have these 3. There we go. And they have more berries on them. But, you know, it's getting to be that time of year where the berries come in wholeheartedly. But ours have been coming in early. So we are probably going to be out of them. You know, our bushes will be bare by the time they're supposed to come in at this rate. And that's cool. It's been a weird weather year here. How's the weather been by you guys? We've just had cool temperatures at weird times, and now it's hot, but like, I guess I got used to the cool, so I'm not really enjoying all this heat now because we had had such cool temperatures, you know. But whew, yeah, there's a good many blueberries here. That's someone else's dog, not mine for a change. Mine love to bark, especially when I'm in class and don't need to hear them. They love to act like somebody's breaking in when I'm in class and can't jump up immediately to get to them. You know how that is, right? I mean, you may not teach class from your house, but dogs being dogs, right? So these cats are just an absolute trip to me. They follow us everywhere we go on the farm. Ooh, dropped a blueberry. They follow us down to the pasture to deal with chickens. They follow us to the fruit. It just tickles me. I've never really had cats that were like that. Wanted to be everywhere you were when you were outside. Even the little orange cat is getting like that now. And he never was like that when we first got him. He was a baby though. He was like 5 weeks old when we got him. Somebody found him and was just gonna throw him out. I'm like, no, we'll take him. We're not just gonna throw him out to be on his own. He's a baby. So that's how I ended up with 3 cats. We originally only wanted 2. I don't know if you knew all that, but I feel like just watching me pick blueberries is kind of boring. So I thought I'd share some stuff with you too. You know what I mean? But do let me know if you just want to watch me pick blueberries, because I can do that if that's what y'all want to see, you know? Woo, gosh. In the sun, it's hot, so I need to hurry, because sun and heat are both exceptionally bad for me. Oh, I'm over here trying to figure out what that noise is. It's me hitting the pie tin that we put up to try and keep birds away from the berries. I got it now. It's me making the noise that scared me, which I think is funny. I don't know. Leave it to me to scare myself. That's about right, actually. Okay, we're getting close. This is why I don't shower first thing in the morning, because it doesn't really matter how early you get out here. You're probably going to sweat at this time of year. And nobody wants to clean themselves wholeheartedly and then sweat the second they're outside. You know what I mean? It's just not a thing. Maybe it should be when you live in the South, but it's not. It's really, really not. Oh, well, some of this is falling down again. I guess I'll put it back up. Let's see. Okay, maybe that's better. If I had to guess, I'd guess it's going to come off anyways, but the sweat's rolling down my face, so that's always fun. I think it's my least favorite part of living here in the South. That and the bugs that like to eat me. I don't love that either, I guess. I actually do enjoy living in the South, but the humidity could go. You know, I don't mind the heat. definitely humidity that's the problem. I lived for a while in New Mexico and I loved it. It was hot, but there wasn't any of the humidity. So it was lovely. Oh, goodness. So this bush back here had a netting on it, and the netting disappeared. We have no idea what happened to it. We can't find it anywhere. We're not sure. So that was an interesting thing one day to come out and see no net where there had been a net previously. Like, what happened to the net? He's looked all through here and can't find it anywhere. So I don't know what toted it off or where they toted it to, but it is gone. So I suppose they are enjoying it, I hope. I don't know. We'll definitely have to get more netting next year, because we didn't have enough to do everything that we wanted to do. So they, I guess birds or squirrels or something got to all of my pears. I have no more pears. I apologize that you can't really see me. You can just sort of see my head bobbing around back here. But I had trees full of pears and the pears are gone. But he's got net on the figs, so I still have figs. So when it's fig picking time, we'll be making some fig jam, my mother and I. She's very excited about the figs. It's actually really cute. My mama is amazing. I don't know if your mama's amazing, but I hope your mama's like mine. I don't guess my mother ever tried anything that she didn't complete. At least not that I'm aware of. She was one of those people, when I was young, we were rather poor, and so she had to learn to work on cars so our cars would keep going, and she did. It was just a thing that she learned how to do. Now keep in mind that I'm old, so this was well before YouTube was a thing. You know, now I can go onto YouTube and learn anything I want, pretty much. I mean, that's how you found me, after all. I don't know if I'm teaching you anything, but we're sure having fun, right? Anyway, my mama was just that kind, not was, she's still living. Is just that kind of person. Now, of course, age slows us down. You know, as we get older, things get a little more difficult, right? We all experience that. And she's experiencing that to some extent, but she still goes with the best of them. She doesn't really, nothing really keeps her down. Her body slows her down a little, but it doesn't stop her, for sure. And that's just how she is. And I hope you have a mama like that, because I learned a lot from my mama, because she's like that. And it's one of the reasons that I keep going in spite of all of this pain and everything that I have from these diseases. I just keep going. I do have to slow down. You know, I have to take care of my body so that it can continue to overwork itself, you know? Well, we've got some that I can't get through the net, so I got to lift up the net to get them. And that's okay, too. Oof. Duh. All right. On that note, I didn't get as many as he got, but I got some. So that's our harvest today. I don't know if you can even see it, but, and I probably could have pulled more basil, but I didn't. Anyway, while we're out here, I'll show you fig trees. The cats are in the grapes. Cats are weird, man. Now, in case you're not in the South and you've never seen a fig, whew, this is a fig. And this tree is loaded with them. Figs, they say, are great to eat. I'm not sure I've ever eaten one because, to be honest, I've never grown them before we moved here. And so the only time I ever had figs were when I had fig jam. So I'm not sure I've ever had them. Now these trees back here, let's see if I can. Those are my pear trees. And they were loaded down with pears, and then whatever came along and got them, and I'm very sad about it because I wanted to make pear jam and pear butter to go with the apple butter and the peach butter and the peach jam. But that's okay. All right, now I'm going to walk back up the hill. So I'm going to be back with you momentarily. Okay, I'm in, had some water. Whew, have to deal with these veggies and fruits. Now I have bags in the freezer for every bit of this. But with this basil, I'm going to have to wash it first. So the first thing I'll do is put away this stuff, and then I'll wash the basil and get to that next. I'm going to add a little music, put this where you can see everything. We're going to go fast through it. Double shot latte, and then I'm going to make a smoothie. You might can see the some of the ingredients out, but I think the coffee is going to help keep me awake for everything that needs to be done today. On Mondays I only have one class, and that is at 3:30. I have the one class, not even really a class. Oh, you can't hear me, I'm sorry. Hold that thought. I'm so sorry. I was walking away and forgot to put the mic back on. So you couldn't hear me. What I said was, I'm going to make an iced coffee. It's going to be a latte. And then I'm going to make a smoothie, which is what all that is. But I got to get out the espresso and the tamper and all of the things, because today I'm just, the heat takes it out of me, you guys. It really, really does. I have no idea where my tamper is. That's fun. Probably means somebody put it where it doesn't go. But it's not in here. That's where I would have put it if I didn't know where it was and where it went. Huh. Well, I'm running out of places to look now. Found it. On the windowsill. I got nothing. Try and do this carefully because, you know, I don't want to waste any coffee grinds, but I buy whole espresso beans and then run them through my grinder until they're next to nothing. And then I just do enough for, you know, 2 or 3 pots and keep it in a little jar. It's quite often that the daughter comes in and wants one too. So that's why I always keep more than one available. More than one, you know, ground is what I'm trying to say. Just not saying it well. So I think what's happening why I'm not able to say it well is the heat got to me this weekend. There. Oh, still need a little more. There. Okay. My brain is not functioning on all cylinders. It's not firing all cylinders right now. So that's how my dad used to say it. There we go. Coffee started. Leave this out in case the kiddo wants some. There. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Jess, if you grow berries, why are you using store-bought berries? And that is a valid question. And right now it's because while the strawberries are making a lot, they're not making enough to keep us in smoothies, and neither are the strawberries or the blueberries. They're not making enough to keep us in berries. So I just sort of rinse it all. I think that's mango in here with the berries and strawberries. I think that's what that is. And I'm not a huge fan of mango, but there's not a ton in there, so it's fine. Oh, I just looked up to see my phone reminding me it's time to clean the bathrooms. Thanks so much, phone. That's going to make the day great. Anybody love cleaning bathrooms, really? I don't think there's anybody out there that really adores cleaning the bathroom, but if you do, more power to you. I am not that person. Okay. Now then, let me get the rest of the stuff. I forgot to pull out honey and milk. And when I do mine, I use Greek yogurt, mix of berries, although it does look like there are mangoes in there as well. Some milk and some honey. And that's how I make it. Now, every once in a while, I'll mix it up and do a strawberry banana or like peach. I got these delicious peaches. I'm probably going to eat one of those. The Greek yogurt adds protein without having to use one of them funky protein powders, which I don't like to do. So this adds, what is it? It's 2/3 a cup has 16 grams of protein. And that was probably a little less than that, but it still gives me the protein that I need in the morning. Enough, you know. I find the frozen berries are not terribly sweet, so I add honey to it. And then some milk. I'm going to let it get down in there. There we go. There, now it's enough milk. I really should remember by now to put the milk in first, shouldn't I? Okay. That's loud. It's not done yet, but once some of that gets broken up, it can be shaken. I forget how loud that thing is right up until I start it again, and then I'm like, "Oi, why is it so loud?" Okay. Starting my coffee too. Okay, now that's ready. And it's a really beautiful color. So then of course I'll have to get in here and wash everything shortly, but ooh, no towel. I guess I really am off this morning. I'm out of the YouTube habit. Oh dear. I'm glad to be back. I enjoy making these videos, but it does take some time, and lately time has been the one thing that I haven't had. So anyway, all right, I got to put some sugar in the bottom of the jar because I haven't made any syrup yet. Normally I make the syrup, and I probably will do that today. And I just use for the syrup, this is coconut sugar. Okay, and so for the syrup, I use cup to cup water and coconut sugar, and then I add the extract of whatever flavor I want it to be. So I've been making vanilla with this Azure order that's coming in today. I will have raspberry extract shortly, so I will be doing some raspberry as well. Okay. Smoothie straw. Oh, that is very good. Woo! Very good. So I'm waiting on the coffee. And once the coffee is ready, I will pour it on top of the sugar to dissolve the sugar. And then I will add ice and milk. It's perking, I hear it. Yep. So it's almost done. I will add ice and milk, and then I will go sit down, do my Bible study. And then I will get ready. I've got to go by Office Depot. I need a couple of, what I need is a dry erase marker, and then I need another Sharpie for in here because mine keeps trying to die. It's not really wanting to write very well. And I use that Sharpie pretty much, if not daily, multiple times a week. So I definitely need it. I think I still hear it, but it's hard to tell. Oh yeah, it's almost done. It's slowed down. So that is what I will do next. I will make my coffee, and then I will go sit down, and I will read my Bible, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so now I'm in the car. I have to run an errand before going to the Azure drop. So we're gonna run to Office Depot. I think I said this already in this video. And then we're going to go to the Azure drop. Now, in the description of this video, there will be a link to Azure. And I think if you use my link, I get some sort of special thing. But I really don't know, to be honest with you. Anyway, I'll leave a link. If you don't know what Azure is essentially a family-run organization, and they deliver, depending on your location, once or twice a month to your area if you have a drop in your area. And we just recently got a Laurel drop. I used to drive about 40 minutes to get my Azure things. But Azure sells a lot of organic ingredients that I can't get locally. And woo, I don't want my phone to fall, and my husband uses this and now it's broken. Anyway, let's see if I can tilt it so it'll stay. There we go. So I can get, I mean, if you live in a small town with small grocery stores, then you know that it's hard to get a lot of the organic ingredients that maybe you use every day. Well, I mostly cook from scratch. Today I might end up grabbing some chicken nuggets or something somewhere, or a sandwich or something. But for the most part, I cook all of our meals from scratch. Every once in a while, you know, we'll have something like cornflakes or Rice Krispies in the house, you know. So last night for dinner, I had a bowl of Rice Krispies with bananas and a smattering of chocolate chips in it. Anyway, when you cook from scratch and you want to do your best to use your budget wisely and eat organic as much as possible, Azure Standard is the way to go. Now what I get, you'll see, is, you know, sometimes it's bulk. You know, I buy 25 pounds of rice at a time, but you don't have to do that. They have smaller options. They have 1 pound, 5 pounds. They have organic pastas. We order pastas, rice, beans, wheat berries. I get my canned green beans from them. Anyway, and so once a month, there's a drop that you go to. You help unload the truck, and many hands make light work. It takes us very little time to unload the truck. And the drop coordinator's there, and she's really good. She's got signs for everybody's vehicle, and she labels on the sign how many boxes they'll have. So it'll be like 6 boxes, and then she'll circle the number one frozen box, something like that. Anyway, and we all, you know, the last name of the person is on the back of their vehicle, so we can take it and just go to whoever's vehicle it is rather than waiting for your name to be the one called. We all work together. Like I said, many hands, light work. So you can go to azurestandard.com, but I will include a link to Azure in the description. And by I mean my social media gal, who is also my video editing gal, who is also my youngest daughter. She's amazing. I will get her to include it because I don't even know how to do that. So she's figured it all out, and I could probably, you know, work around and try to figure it out, but she's the one that knows how, so we just let her do it. One day, maybe I'll be able to monetize this channel and pay her for all the work she does. But until then, she settles for food. And you know, that works for me. So anyway, I'm gonna head into town to the Office Depot and get the things that I need there. But for now, I'm gonna say goodbye because I'm about to hit the highway. So I didn't get video of the drop itself because I never want to put anybody on camera that doesn't want to be there. But essentially, all we do is gather around the back end of a, ooh, Lord, you can see I'm hot. Goodness gracious. Oh, that's bad. Anyway, we gather around the back end of an 18-wheeler and pull boxes until everybody has what they need. And then we go around to the side of the 18-wheeler and pull out the frozen stuff. So I've got in the back, that's the 2 frozen boxes. And then in the bed of the truck, I've got 1 box that's not frozen. And when I get home, I will unbox it all and show you. Okay. These are boxes of raspberries. And then this is what they call a repack box. So, I don't know if I can do this one hand, but let's see. There. I got it. Maybe. I'm gonna put the phone down. Okay. Couldn't do it one-handed. I told a fib. It wasn't my fault. I really did try. Okay, so in this repack box, we have maple syrup, buttermilk powder, and a sales flyer. Now, these are not repack boxes. These are the box that it comes in, and I'm going to show you how it comes. Maybe. I did not get very much. It comes in a plastic bag like that. This is 5 pounds, and then the bottom one is 5 pounds. I think you can get them in smaller bags than that, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. But, like I said earlier in the video, my link will be down below so that you can check it out anytime you'd like. Now to put all this stuff away. Good morning. It's the next day. It's Tuesday now, and I completely forgot to finish out yesterday's video. So I'm here today to tell you a little bit about what we did. I got all of my garden stuff done, dealt with everything I needed to on the farm. I picked up my azure, I showed you that. And then while I wasn't filming, I made granola, trail mix, I made dinner. My husband had a plethora of vegetables that I don't particularly like because of the texture. I had some of my very favorite zipper cream peas. It was our last jar. I'm really sad. I gotta find more. And then we had some hamburger patties. Our daughter went with her friend to a church youth group thing and had an absolute ball. And it thundered all night and never rained. So this morning I'm gonna go out and check the levels of the water in the garden and in the plants, and then I'm going to work to clean up the kitchen a little bit more. I got some things to put away, and then I start teaching this afternoon at 1:30, and I go until 6:30. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays are kind of long, but it's okay. So I just wanted to hop back on and say, from our farmhouse to wherever it is that you call home, I hope that you have a blessed day and a blessed life. We love you and we appreciate you. Bye, everybody.